In any case, there are several highly credible witnesses who have reported the presence of molten steel at Ground Zero. Rich Garlock, a structural engineer working at Ground Zero, said, "Going below, it was smoky and really hot. Here, World Trade Center 6 is over my head. The debris past the columns was red hot, molten, running." A supervisor from the National Environmental Health Association, Ron Berger, stated, "Feeling the heat, seeing the molten steel, the layers upon layers of ash, like lava, it reminded me of Mount St. Helens." William Langewiesche is the author of American Ground, a book containing detailed descriptions of the conditions at Ground Zero. One passage mentions streams of molten metal that leaked from the hot cores and flowed down broken walls inside the foundation hole. Greg Fushek, who provided the rescue workers with global positioning equipment, stated, "Sometimes when a worker would pull a steel beam from the wreckage, the end of the beam would be dripping molten steel." Peter Tully of Tully Construction said that he saw pools of literally molten steel at the World Trade Center. Marc Loiseau, president of Control Demolitions Inc., was told by contractors at Ground Zero about hot spots of molten steel in the basements at the bottoms of the elevator shafts of the main towers. Dr. Abalassan Astane, a professor of civil engineering at Berkeley University, examined the remains of the Twin Towers. He said, "I saw melting of girders at World Trade Center. If you remember the Salvador Dali paintings with the clocks that are kind of melted, it's kind of like that. That could only happen if you get steel yellow hot or white hot, perhaps around 2000 degrees. Possibly the most authoritative account of all comes from Leslie Robertson, the engineer who had built the Twin Towers.
We're down at the B1 level, and one of the firefighters said, "I think you'd be interested in this," and they pulled off a big block of concrete, and there was like a little river of steel flowing.
Again, ignoring all these testimonies does not mean to have debunked the presence of molten steel below the rubble. It just means turning a blind eye to what the actual situation at Ground Zero was after the collapse of the Twin Towers.